Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Tech Sports Report. I am your host, Matt Jenkins, here to bring you all the latest highlights from all the Arkansas Tech athletic events from the past week. Coming up on today's show, we're going to preview the homecoming and senior day football game coming up this Saturday, as we will have senior linebacker Nick Akins and senior wide receiver Michael Fine joining us here on the Tech Sports Report to talk about the game and reflect upon their Wonder Boys career. However, before we get to Wonder Boys football, let's start off the show with highlights from Golden Suns volleyball. The Golden Suns hosted Oklahoma Baptist on Friday in a battle between the two top teams in the Great American Conference. After dropping the first set and falling behind by 3 in the second set, the Suns went on a 4-0 run, including this fingertip block by Kaylee Kinsella to tie the set up at 17-all. A persistent Golden Suns attack forced this error by the Bison at the end of the second set to come away with a 25-22 win in that set. Fast forward to the fourth set, where Hunter Eschner records this monster kill in the middle of a 7-0 run by the Suns to take the advantage. Later in the set, Allie Anderson and McCall Wilkins team up on this monster block to put away set 4 to force a fifth set. However, the Golden Suns were unable to overcome an 8-point deficit in set 5 as Oklahoma Baptist won the match 3-2. Eschner led the Golden Suns attack with a season-high 19 kills on a .306 attack percentage while recording her 13th double-double of the season. Sarah Rosinski dished out 32 assists and Madison Nagel added 24 digs. Tech looked to bounce back the following day as they hosted Southern Nazarene in another tough Great American Conference matchup. After falling behind 19-15 in the first set, Rosinski catches a Crimson Storm off guard on this kill to start an 8-0 run by the Golden Suns. Eschner would finish off the set on this kill to win the set 25-22. After dropping the second and third sets and being pushed to the brink of elimination in set 4, the Golden Suns got an important kill here from Eschner to take a 28-27 lead and ended the set on this Rodimer's kill to win the set 29-27 to force a set 5. However, the Golden Suns dropped their second consecutive 5-set match as Southern Nazarene scored on their last 4 points on the fifth set to win the set 16-14 and the match 3-2. Eschner led the Suns attack with 15 kills, Amanda Milnick dished out 25 assists, and Maddie Dix led the defense with 21 digs. The Wonder Boys football team looked to get their third consecutive win as they went on the road to southeastern Oklahoma. Unfortunately, the Wonder Boys came up just a little bit short in Durant, dropping the game to the Savage Storm by a score of 36-31. Tech rushed for 265 yards in the game, led by freshman running back Justin Bailey, who tallied for 111 yards on just 8 carries. Jabias Cross had 96 yards passing, 54 of which went to Henry Wesley. The Wonder Boys defense had 3 players with 10 tackles or more, led by Devontae Derricott with 15 tackles and a tackle for loss. Nick Akins also recorded an interception that he ran back 70 yards to set up the Wonder Boys for their first score of the ballgame. The Golden Suns cross-country team was also in Durant, Oklahoma this past weekend as they were participating in the Great American Conference Championships. Tech finished 7th out of 11 teams at the race. Cami Hedstrom led the Golden Suns with a 36th place finish, crossing the finish line in 20 minutes and 5 seconds. Megan Bradley set a personal best 5K time of 20 minutes and 16 seconds while coming in 43rd place. And Shannon McLaughlin turned in a 50th place finish with a time of 20 minutes and 28 seconds. The Golden Suns volleyball team hosted a tri-match earlier this week as they hosted Lyon College and Central Baptist College. The Suns opened the tri-match with Central Baptist, and they didn't take long to put away the Mustangs. Late in the set, Allie Anderson slaps this shot down in the heart of the CBC defense to set up the match point, and the Suns would take advantage by winning the set 25-18. In the second set, Amanda Milnick would take advantage of this fantastic Sarah Rosinski serve to cap off a 16-0 run at the end of the set with a 25-4 victory. The Suns finished strong in the third set, ending the match on this Ellie Perkins kill to put away the win 25-10. Tech won the match in straight sets and did so in impressive fashion. The Suns defense held the Mustangs to a -80 hitting percentage while recording a season-best .436 hitting percentage. Haley Owen led the way for the Golden Suns with 10 kills in the match. Amanda Milnick dished out 19 assists, and Maddie Dix tallied 16 digs while Kimberly Huff recorded 3 blocks. Later that day, the Suns took on Lyon College and put together a similar result. Tech ended the first set on a 4-1 run, finished off by this kill by McCall Wilkins to take that set 25-14. After sticking with the Suns midway through the second set, Tech went on a 13-5 run, in the latter half of the set and finished it off on this block by Allie Anderson and McCall Wilkins to come away with the set victory 25-12. The Golden Suns ended the third set on a high note, closing the match on a 7-0 run on this block by Anderson and Lauren Rodemers to take the set 25-13. Again, the Suns won that match in straight sets, and much like Central Baptist match, they held the Scots to a negative 23 hitting percentage while producing a 362 hitting percentage in their own right. Hunter Eschner led the way for the Golden Suns in the match. With 11 kills, Amanda Milnick dished out a team-high 28 assists, and Madison Nagel led the Suns defense with 16 digs. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have senior middle linebacker of the Wonder Boys football team, Nick Akins, joining us here on set. We'll be right back. You're watching the Tech Sports Report.
Are you a Tech sports fan? Then it's time for you to get rewarded with the Fight On Rewards app. Check into Tech athletic events to earn points and redeem for awesome prizes. You can also interact on social media, fan polls, and post pictures through our fan cam. The app is now available for free through the App Store or the Google Play Store. Looking to get the inside stories of Arkansas Tech athletics? Then be sure to subscribe to Tech Talk, the official podcast of Arkansas Tech Sports. Available for free right now on iTunes.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I am Matt Jenkins here with senior middle linebacker Nick Akins. Nick, how you doing this afternoon?
Doing great.
Ready for a big weekend for you?
Yes, sir. My senior day, last home game.
Last go around.
Yep.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about this year. You've had a very successful year, 16 total tackles, 2 for a loss, and a big 70-yard interception return. Just talk about where you found some success this season.
I think my success has been just doing my job on the field, doing what the coaches want me to do and just playing my part. In our defense, if we're doing our job, plays will automatically come to us.
Absolutely. And talk about the defense overall, a very successful year. And it's been that way since Coach Monica's been here. The defense has always been the stronghold for Arkansas Tech, and much of the same this year. Talk about where the team has found success. You kind of touched on it just a second ago, but
I feel like we've just found success in just coming together and being together as one team.
Absolutely. 3 games left on the year, sitting at 4-4, have a good chance of finishing 7-4. You have finish off with Harding at the end of the year, Northwestern Oklahoma this Saturday. Talk about what the Wonder Boys need to do to finish off on a high note.
Just finish the game and just play all games. Play special teams, play offense, and play defense, and we'll win the game.
Now, this Saturday is going to be a lot more special, especially for the seniors, and you being one of those seniors, being senior day. Before we dive into what Saturday could be like, let's talk about when you first got to Tech. Coming out of Mesquite, Texas, what made Arkansas Tech stand out during your recruiting process?
I think it was just a good environment here. It was a good family environment, which I really love. That's what I'm all about, is family. So.
Absolutely. And I know this ride for you has been awesome. I'm sure every person you ask on the football team, whether it's you, Michael Fine, or whoever, just the ride for it has been awesome, and you'll remember for the rest of your life. Talk about just some of the memories that you've made, some of the friends you've made along the way with the relationship with coaches, players, fans. Just talk about some of those memories you've made.
Man, it's been so many. Shoot, it's too many to count, man, really. It's just coaches, players, so many memories here, man. It's been a long 4 years.
Absolutely. But a good 4 years, I'm sure.
Very good.
So, all right, let's fast forward to Saturday. Senior Day, it's going to be a big game regardless, going against Northwestern home. But for you, last home game inside Thone Stadium. What's that? I never got to experience Senior Day when I played in high school. So what's that gonna be like, do you think?
I think it's going to be a real special one. Really good, because my whole family is going to be here. I think it's going to be a big day for Tech that day. I think it's going to be a big crowd. I think it's going to be very special.
Absolutely. So what's next? What's next for Nick after football?
Nick, after football, I'm going back home to Texas, Mesquite, Texas. I'm trying to get into sports marketing and sports
awesome.
Sports management.
Absolutely. Well, good luck on that. Now, let's have some fun here, because every time we've had student athletes on, we like to get personal with them. I say that kind of loosely. If it wasn't football, what would your sport be you'd like to play in college?
Wasn't football. Ooh, it would probably be, let me see. It wouldn't be basketball because I'm not that much of a hooper. Oh, dang. I would probably go with track.
Track?
Yeah.
But like a runner or on the field
like
or
a runner? Like the 100 meter, 200. Yeah.
Could you take Usain Bolt?
Oh yeah.
I would. We'll need to make that happen. When you're on the field, warming up pregame in the locker room, what's on your iPod?
My iPod, Kanye West Power. I play that
Okay.
at least 30 times a day.
That's a good song. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can remember that.
Yeah.
Favorite football player of all time?
Favorite football player?
College, pro, past, present.
Ooh.
Maybe not your favorite, like maybe one that you looked up to. We'll put it like that.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis?
Yeah, he was very motivational.
Because he kind of set the standard for linebackers, college and professional. Last one, we've had some fun with this too. How long would you last in an octagon with Conor McGregor?
Conor McGregor.
You can be honest. Demetrius Ford said he'd last, I think, about a round and a half. So
I don't know how true that is. But, with Conor McGregor, I probably wouldn't last too long. I probably just had to run around a little bit.
could you get one good punch in?
I could get a good punch.
And then he. Outside of the octagon, let's step into the WWE ring. If you could step into the WWE ring, who would you want to step in with?
It would definitely be Ric Flair. Just his excitement that he brings to the WWE, that's the only person I would want to step in.
Can you give me a Ric Flair? Woo! Woo! Attaboy! Yes, sir. Well, Nick, good luck this weekend. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have another senior from the football team, Michael Fine. We'll be right back.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I'm Matt Jenkins here with senior wide receiver Michael Fine. Michael, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Let's talk a little bit about this year so far. 19 catches, over 300 yards receiving, and 3 touchdowns. Just talk a little bit about where you've found some success this season in some defenses.
It all kind of started this summer. I really put a lot of time into making this last season memorable. And I think the things that we do at practice every day and the way we work every day really helps me be successful on Saturdays, because if you don't do it during the week in practice, then you're not going to do it on Saturdays.
And I think over your time here as a Wonder Boy, you've really seen this offense evolve and just get better and better and better. And I think the past 2 years, you've been really reaping in the rewards of offensively. Last year was a truly fantastic offense, and this year's right up on par with it. And even so, switching quarterbacks in the process, because Ty Resner, the original starter, went out with an injury, and then Jabaius Cross stepped back in, who had played quarterback previously. Was that an easy adjustment to get used to? Was it a little bit difficult, or?
It really wasn't much of an issue at all. Everything just kind of clicked when Jabaius stepped in, and we've only gone up from there. And I can only hope for the best these last 3 games with everything.
And I think does it make it easier that he has played wide receiver before, so he kind of knows like where you guys are going to be at certain spots where he can get you the ball?
Yeah, I think that helps a lot. With certain defenses teams give us, I think he knows what routes will be open and what he needs to do and where he needs to place balls as a QB. So I think that really plays a great role into his decisions and where he puts the ball.
3 games left on the year. Got Northwestern Oklahoma this Saturday. We'll talk more about that in a second. Got 2 more games and ending with Harding on the year. What do the Wonder Boys need to do to finish on a high note?
We definitely need to win out. 7-4 sounds a lot better than 6-5. So I just hope that we can be 1-0 each week and really finish out strong these last 3 weeks.
Because I know, you've talked about it too. You're a couple plays away potentially from being 7-1 and 8-0.
Yeah, it's we talk about all the time. It's really kind of sickening how close we are to being 7-1, 8-0. Obviously things haven't bounced our way, but you can only look at the positives and grow as a team from the positives and look at the negatives and get better from those too.
And it's been a fantastic year, and it's not like y'all have played very well. You've hung.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can say they've hung in with Henderson for the past 3 years.
Exactly.
And you guys have been right there, and this year has been absolutely fantastic. Defense has been strong. Offensively has been right on par with everything. So, yeah, we need to finish off strong, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about Saturday. It's your senior day at Tech. It's your last home game here at Thone Stadium. Before we get to that, you're from Springdale. So what made Tech stand out to you during your recruiting process?
It just felt like a really family-oriented place. It felt homey to me. I really loved the campus, loved the facilities and the coaches, although they're not here anymore. But they really made me and my family feel welcomed, and it just seemed like a great place to be and a great team to be a part of.
And I'm sure growing up in Springdale, you'd heard about Tech and the Wonder Boys all throughout growing up, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. There's actually a lot of people from Springdale that had actually played at Tech back in the day, and people that just went here as a student. So I definitely known about Tech since day one and always had my eye on them.
And I'm sure, this is a silly question, but I'm sure this ride for you has been memorable. I mean, you've made so many memories with coaches, players, relationships. Is there any just that sticks out in your mind that'll just last a lifetime?
Just how we've grown as a team each season, and definitely last year going 9-3 and getting into postseason play was huge. That was a lot of fun. That was my first time playing in postseason play, being in Tech, because that's the first time we were eligible to do so, and that was just a lot of fun being a part of that last season.
Absolutely. And then, all right, let's talk about Saturday. Big game over, obviously, playing Northwestern Oklahoma, getting to try to finish 7-4 on the year. But last home game, I never got to experience it when I played high school. So what do you think that's going to feel like, going into your last home game?
I think the emotions are going to be high. Being here as a fifth-year senior, you don't, coming as a freshman, you kind of view as your last home game in Throne Stadium being forever away, and it's crazy to think how fast this got here, but it's just going to be crazy. It probably won't hit me. This is my last game until after it's over with.
Yeah.
But the more I think about it, the more bitter it is knowing this is my last time to play here.
But there's only one thing to do, and that's just go out and do your thing and do what you've been doing all year.
Yeah, exactly. I would hate to lose my last game here. That's for sure.
Well, we're going to take care of business.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Definitely.
What's next? What's next after football?
I would really like to do teaching and coaching. I would love to have an impact on kids' lives as a teacher and as a coach. My coaches from high school and even all the way down to Pee Wee had great impacts on me, so I'd love to have a positive impact on kids as well.
Can't go wrong with that. So we've been doing this with a bunch of student athletes. We did it with Nick just a little bit ago on the show. We've done it with past athletes too, just kind of get to know you on a personal level. If it wasn't football, what sport would you play next?
I'm having to go with baseball. I really enjoy playing baseball. I played it, as a kid from day one all the way up until I threw my arm out when I was 15. I really enjoyed it. I miss it constantly.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't playing football, it'd probably have to be baseball.
Be as a pitcher?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. What's your pregame music choice? What gets you pumped up?
I have a variety of things. I just kind of stuff that kind of gets me in the zone. I don't like to listen to things that get me too jacked up. Listen to more relaxing things, kind of get my mind right. But that's pretty much it. Nothing in particular.
Good. Favorite football player, college, pro, that you that's your favorite or one that you looked up to?
One I looked up to as a kid was I always looked at receivers more than anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Jordy Nelson, guys like that. So those are the main ones I really had an eye on.
Those three guys are putting in some good work there. Yeah. Well, I guess two now because Calvin Johnson's gone. But all right, last one. We've asked this to everybody. We've got some honest answers on this too. How long would you last in an octagon with Conor McGregor?
A
couple of your boys have been honest. Demetrius Ford said almost about a round and a half. Nick was saying maybe not even a round.
I'd give myself a round, maybe two tops.
See, that's all you got to do is just have confidence.
I just got to stay away from him as long as possible, maybe land a few punches.
Could you get a good punch in?
I could probably get a couple in.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can't get too close to him or else it'd be over with.
Well, Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck
I appreciate
on Saturday.
Thank
We're
you.
going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Tech Sports Report.
I knew I'd follow my heart into the Arkansas Tech nursing program, but I didn't know I'd fall in love with the campus.
I knew I would check out international business, but I didn't know I could check out a mountain bike.
I knew Tech had plenty of degrees that matched my interest.
But I didn't know I wanted to study pre-med.
Or pre-law.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history.
But I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I'm Matt Jenkins, and it is now time for our Fight On Rewards Fan Poll Question of the Week, brought to you by Superfan U. This week, our fan poll question is, In last season's 55-14 victory over Northwestern Oklahoma, the Wonder Boys football team rushed for 372 yards, the 9th most rushing yards in a single game in program history. What two players rushed for more than 100 yards in that ball game? Was it A, Brian Allen and Arsenio Favor, B, Brian Allen and Braden Stringer, C, Brian Allen and Christian Thompson, or D, Braden Stringer and Christian Thompson? Again, you can answer this question on the Fight On Rewards app, available for free from the App Store on Apple devices or the Google Play Store on Android devices. And now we're at the portion of the show where we look ahead to see what's upcoming for Arkansas Tech athletics. Tonight, the Golden Suns volleyball team return to Great American Conference action as the Golden Suns will look to snap a 3-match GAC losing streak as they travel to Arkadelphia, Arkansas to take on Henderson State, with that match scheduled to begin at 6 o'clock p.m. And then on Saturday, it's homecoming and senior day for Wonder Boys football. The Wonder Boys will take on Northwestern Oklahoma in their final home game of the season. There will be live video, audio, and stats all available at ArkansasTechSports.com. And also, if you can't make it to the game, we will have full highlights from that game on next week's show. The Golden Suns volleyball team will also return to action on Tuesday as the Golden Suns will host Arkansas Monticello for Jersey night inside Tucker Coliseum. That match is also scheduled for 6 o'clock p.m., and we will also have full highlights from that match on next week's show. And with that, we've reached the conclusion of our broadcast. Make sure you stay tuned next week as we will have Golden Suns cross-country runner Shannon McLaughlin to talk with us about the upcoming NCAA Regional, as well as senior volleyball player McCall Wilkins to talk about the end of the volleyball season and her final home match coming up in just a couple weeks. Thank you for watching. My name is Matt Jenkins, and we will see you guys next week right here on the Tech Sports Report.